You are now listening to Tough Tiger Talk. Flash report.
You're now rocking with Tough Tiger Talk on the PRO Media Network. I'm Big Q chiming in on this installment of Tough Tiger Talk. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button on Tough Tiger Talk. We in this thing, man. And listen, it just keeps rolling, man. 2 more transfers are LSU bound as we continue to keep building this thing up. And Coach Kelly doing what he's supposed to do and building the program up. And before we get into that good news, let's get into this good news. 2 more transfers. 2 more. West Virginia defensive lineman Jordan Jefferson commits to LSU. Tigers beefing up that D-line. We knew that would be the subject of what they wanted to do coming into the season. Beefing up the offensive line, defensive line in particular, and also the secondary. And we got one. West Virginia defensive lineman Jordan Jefferson commits to LSU. They continue to beef up that line, man, via the transfer portal. He committed to LSU. Now, the Florida native have 1 year of eligibility. He's a defensive line presence with room to improve under the defensive line. Coach Jamar Kane once again stepping up. He finished the 22 season with 32 tackles, 9.5 of them for a loss, and 3 sacks with 5 pass breakups. And his career with the Mountaineers, Jefferson total 54 career tackles, 14 half of them for a loss, 3.5 sacks, and 7 pass breakups, and 40 games. So he played a lot of games for him. Tigers continue to beef up that defensive line, man. Adding some talent there. So welcome aboard, Jordan Jefferson from West Virginia. Also, speaking of the secondary, LSU continues to do that as well. According to LSU Country, they were able to show up here and fill up some needs for the team, and they were able to add some help there getting let me get my article right there. It is. LSU signed Southeastern cornerback Zay Alexander. Now, this is a good one too, as with him signing on Friday, he joins the transfer portal class with 7 total members, providing Kelly's squad with a seasoned veteran in secondary. Now, this guy's 6'3", 185, out of Laurelville, Louisiana, had a productive career to this point with the Lions, looking to carry success to Baton Rouge. And look at this guy's accolades, man. That's all you need to be saying about how good this player is. And he comes in. Now, he was with Southeastern, where he was a 3-year starter for the Lions, helped the Lions to back-to-back appearances in the FCS playoffs in 21 and 22. The Lions went 9-4 in both 21 and 22, falling in the second round of the FCS playoffs each year. Now, you can see all the accolades of young Mr. Zay Alexander, man. It's a very positive thing. And he brings all that experience to LSU secondary. Now, this is what it looks like pretty much so far as football. They had 7 transfers to the 2023 roster. And here are a list of them right here. Zay Alexander, Aaron Henderson, a wide receiver, Denver Harris, which was big, a cornerback that they brought in here from Texas A&M, if I'm not mistaken. Jordan Jefferson, we just talked about. Jordan Jefferson, the big defensive tackle. Jalen Lee, another defensive tackle in Parashan, and Braden Swinson, a defensive end. So the transfer portal so that they were looking to improve the defensive line in the secondary. And boy, did they do that, especially with Denver Harris. That was a big transfer. So this is could you imagine what we're looking like? And to keep the good news rolling, family, how about this one? LSU defensive starter announces he will return to the 2023 Tigers. On this one, starting defensive back and key playmaker Mr. Greg Brooks Jr. announced that he would be returning for the 23 season instead of heading to the NFL draft. And this is what he said, just a portion of his tweet. Quote, "This year did not end the way we wanted or expected, but it's a part of the process of building the foundation," end quote. Quote, "Normally, this is where you hear the part about moving on to the next chapter, but I believe my story in Baton Rouge is not over. I will continue this path to greatness at LSU for 1 more year. I want to close this chapter the right way alongside my brothers in the Tiger Nation," end quote. So shout out to Greg Brooks coming back to LSU to fortify what's going to be a strong team. They feel it. We know that when this version of the Tigers, the 22 Tigers, when they set the floor, we know that the 2023 class was coming in to bring the pain. So that is also very positive. And Mr. Brooks sounds just like Jade when he said they have unfinished business. So with a class like what we have, the 2023 recruiting class that's there, and the transfers that we got, and we still on the move here. So, man, listen, Love what's going on here in Tiger Nation, man, and you should love it too. So great moves by LSU and the recruiting staff. Brian Kelly and the staff is doing wonderful things. So what do you guys think about that? Put in the comment section below. What do you do? What is your approval of what LSU was able to do thus far during the off season? Well, still during the season with one more game left to play in the Citrus Bowl. How do you like how LSU's moving? How do you see them in the 2023 season? I'm really excited. I know you guys are too. So with that being said, I'm Big Q. And I'm going to holler at you guys on the next episode of Tough Tiger Talk. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, share the show on your social media feed. And I'll holler at you on the next one. Go Tigers.
Subscribe to the Tough Tiger Talk channel and stay up to date for all things LSU football.